Richard, or Ed, I've just got a question from David asking, if you have an illness which renders you incapacitated for 6 months and then you go back to work, if an illness reoccurs years later, are you covered for 18 months or does it reset to 2 years?
For a similar condition, so a recurrent condition, so the same type of condition, it would be a continuance of that existing 2 years. However, for a completely different condition, it's another 2 years. So you can claim for a maximum of 2 years for the same condition, and then each time a new condition is discovered, you can claim 2 years.
Great.
So it doesn't reset itself.
I'll just clarify that for you, Ed. If the person returns to work for longer than 6 months, so say they were off work for the 18 months, they return to work for 7 months, would they then reset the benefit period?
Within the policy, there's a number of other benefits which link into the income protection, which I'll just touch on briefly. But to address this point, there is the recurrent disability. So if someone is on claim and receiving a monthly benefit, and their health improves or their injury improves and they go back to work, should they have a recurrence of that same injury within 6 months, the waiting period is waived and they can immediately go back on claim for the duration of the benefit period. But the benefit period, so with 6 months on, they'll have another 18 months for that condition. So it's the same cause is limited to 2 years, because otherwise you could come off after, say, 23 months, and then you could go back to work for a while and then have a recurrent and keep claiming for the same thing. So really it is there for a condition for 2 years. However, if there's an unrelated illness or injury becomes apparent down the track, you can claim for another 2 years for that.
Yes, yep. And you can also supplement your income protection cover of 2 years with other income protection cover that goes from 2 years to 65, but outside of super.
So of course, yes. So if you get to the end of that 24-month period and you still are suffering a total disability, as Gavin's just mentioned, you can actually have an income protection policy which has a waiting period of 2 years, but then goes into age 65. And you can more than likely do that outside of your superannuation fund, I'm sure. And then you can protect your income further on to the future.